Welcome again to this series of video classes. In this lesson, we are going to discuss the use of relative clauses. Relative clauses are sentences that give extra information about something. In the sentence, for example, I like the roses that you bought. We are actually connecting two sentences using the words that, who, and which. They are going to take the name of relative pronouns. Relative pronouns give the name to relative clauses. Look at the following examples. The lady lives next door. This is sentence number one. The lady is a doctor. Now we are using sentence number two. When we want to connect the two sentences, we can do that by using the word who, the relative pronoun who. When we use who, we are connecting information about people. So when we connect the two sentences, we end up with the lady who lives next door is a doctor. Relative clauses sometimes are used to omit extra information. In this case, the lady, which is repeated information in both sentences. Use who to give information about people. Now, the photographer takes great pictures. The photographer is my father. When we use the relative clause, we have the photographer who takes great pictures is my father. We can also use the relative pronoun which is going to connect information about objects, places, or other things that are not people. For example, in the sentence one, I work for a company and the company is a multinational. When we use the relative clause which, we end up with a complete sentence using I work for a company which is a multinational. You can use which also to talk about things. In the example, I bought a TV and the TV is a smart TV. We can connect the two sentences using which. And we have I bought a TV which is smart TV. We can also use relative clauses with that. That is kind of like the universal relative pronoun. You can use it to substitute who or to substitute which. So in the example, the secretary who I talked to yesterday is friendly. You can also say the secretary that I talked to yesterday is friendly. You can also use it. Oh, so as I was saying, who, which, and that are called relative pronouns. Relative clauses are called that way because they start with a relative pronoun, who, which, or that. There are others, for example, whose. Relative pronouns sometimes can be omitted. You drank the last soda that I left in the fridge, Or you can also say, you drank the last soda I left in the fridge. Sometimes relative pronouns can be omitted. For example, I used the batteries that you brought, or I used the batteries you brought. I bought a house. Don't omit that, which, or who when they are the subject. Now, I bought a house which was on sale. In this sentence, there is only one pronoun at the beginning of the phrase. Notice that after the relative pronoun which, there is no pronoun. Do not omit that, which, or who in these cases. It would be incorrect if you said, I bought a house was on sale. In this case, you need to use either which or that. I bought a house which was on sale, or I bought a house that was on sale. Graphically, you can see that after which, there is no pronoun. You cannot see I, you, he, she, it, we, or they. Hence, you may not omit the relative pronoun. If we go back to example number 9, where we say, I used the batteries that you brought. In this case, if you see, after that, you can see the word you. In this case, it is okay to omit that. Now remember, if you cannot see the pronoun, you may not omit which, who, or that. I hope that you found this video interesting and useful. Now you may continue working on the exercises for this session.